Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is me, and I'm playing this. We are taking a stroll back into Mass Effect 1. Last we left off in a frigid little world called Novaria, where we are going to look into the undergoings on of the Synthetic Insights office, located out in Site 15, I believe it was. Matriarch Benezia was apparently going out there for some unknown reason, and we know that she is working with Saren. So let's go investigate, see what's going on out there. Because that just doesn't seem like a happy little coincidence. That seems like a bad little coincidence. Speaking of happy, I just, in light of recent events that have been going on in the world, instead of, and it's not that they don't deserve. It's not that they don't deserve attention brought to them. It's just I'm gonna try to bring attention to what I'm going to consider a more, not necessarily a necessary. It's not a necessary evil. It's it's good, and it's called good intent, or it's not even good intentions, but it's good thoughts, good feelings, good vibes, good intentions, good kindness, good whatever. Like, in spite of everything that's going on in the world right now, and we're seeing a lot of negativity. Stock markets are down. Everything that's going on in the Middle East with ISIS and all that fun stuff. And I mean, even stuff that hits a little closer to home for us, which I talked about in a prior video. And again, it's not that it doesn't deserve attention. I just find that maybe as a society we focus on the negative too much, and what I would like to do is I would like to try to focus a little more on the positive, just because there can't be too many good things in the world. There's no such thing for right now anyways as too much of a good thing. Like, we all really need some positivity, and we really need it back. So let's, for this episode, we're going to focus on good things. So I'm going to name one good thing that, I've done in my life in the last week. And I'm going to tell you why I feel it has, why I think it's a good thing. And I think, I just lost it. So we'll come back to that train of thought after I restart. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, in continuing with the train of thought that got a little derailed, because I rushed in, I will admit that was my fault. I'm going to name one good thing that I've done this week, and I'm going to explain why I think it's a good thing. So, the one good thing that I've done this week, at least for myself, is I've started this YouTube channel. Over the last week, I've recorded, edited, rendered, and I'm about to upload 10 episodes of, or I guess at this point this would be the 8th episode of Mass Effect 1. Why I feel, at least for me, that was a good thing. This is something that I've been wanting to do for over 4 or 5 years. Like, ever since I saw my first Let's Play video, which I believe was a Game Grumps episode when John was still on the show. I've been wanting to do something like this, and it's not to gain popularity, it's not to gain notoriety, and it's not to forward my own agenda. As a person, I lead a pretty closed life. One could say that it's definitely intended to be that way, but it's not. There are specific reasons, as everybody has reasons for doing stuff, but, anyways, I have reasons for it being a little more closed than I like it to be. But anyways, I find that this is going to give me an out from that. Like, it's going to give me the ability to get to know a lot of great people, and in turn, a lot of great people are going to get to know, I think a great person as well. Of course, that's just me being a little, not self-absorbed, but that's, that's me trying to, pat myself up a little bit, trying to give myself a little bit of the the kudos that I apparently deserve, according to some people. Second, in addition to this being something that, or third, I guess, in addition to this being something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and it helping me network with people, I don't know. I think I have, something to give to the community, if not, I don't know, if not the world. I have something to give to a community of people who enjoy what they do. And actually, that's the point I'm trying to get to, is enjoying what you do, because the job that I work in right now, I call it a job because I don't look at it as a career per se. I look at it as something that could progress into a career, but it's not the direction that I want to go. As of right now, I work in an office. I work in an office setting. It's very stereotypical 9 to 5. You sit in a cubicle all day, drinking coffee, processing paperwork. It is literally the stereotypical office job. If you've seen Office Space, it really is what it is. There's no if, ands, or buts. There's no other way of looking at it. It is as boring as it seems. Now, in saying that it's boring, I work with a lot of great people. Sure, the job itself isn't, it isn't the greatest, but I work with a ton of great people, and that's what makes the job great. But in saying that, I want to work in something, on something, with people, for people. I want to do something that makes me feel not necessarily, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say valued or anything like that, but I want to work on something that I value. And I mean, as quote unquote important as my job is, and I don't see it as an important facet of society. It's not where I want to be for the rest of my life. So I figure I start this, this could be my 15 minutes, or this could be the chance I'm giving myself, whatever. But I'm trying to make a valid, positive change in my life to get me somewhere where I can, just be happier, be more free with my time, enjoy life more. Because when I'm at work, I don't hate my life when I'm at work. I feel like I could be doing something more valuable when I'm there. And you know what? If I can make one person smile, I can make one person laugh, I can bring up one person's bad day, then that to me is more valuable than what I do every day as a career right now in every way. So I want to be one of the people that brings more happiness to the world. I don't want to sit on the sidelines and be one of the people that says, well, I could have done this. I should have done this. I want to be one of the people that says, you know what, I at least tried. I went for what I believed in. I went to do what I wanted to do. And if it worked out, excellent. If it doesn't work out, you know what? Try again. The only way you can fail is if you stop trying. So, words of wisdom for me. Don't stop trying. So, you know what I would love to hear from all of you is what's a positive or happy or momentous or, in a positive way, what is a change that you've made this week so far that you can say, you know what, I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it so that I feel better about myself, so that I can be a better person, so that I can enjoy life more, because for all that we know, we are here but once. So what's the point of living when you're not enjoying? I don't want to say that. What is that was very negative. What is... Why would you want to live a negative and, why would you want to live a negative life? What can you do in your life right now to help you be more, more positive, more happy, more in it, more with it? If it's reaching out to somebody, then by all means, please do. If you need somebody to talk to, don't ever hesitate with that. I will be the first one to say, if you need somebody to talk to, by all means, go out and find the people that you need. If it's starting something new, well, like I said, this week I started this channel. I've recorded 10 episodes. So if I can do that in a week, then you guys will have no problem in doing what you need to in order to make a positive change in your life. If it's something that you want to challenge yourself with, by all means, make sure that you're doing it in a safe way. I don't necessarily think trying to be somebody with the record of hair lit on fire the longest is a safe way to go about it. But if you want to challenge yourself, just do the research that you need to do to make sure that you're doing it in a safe and productive way, or a safe and careful way, so as to not hurt yourself with it. Because obviously the last thing that any of us wants to see is we don't want to see more pain. We don't want to see more suffering in the world. We want to see people being happy, and we want to see people doing what they enjoy doing. I find it very funny that I just stumbled across this channel in the last month or so, but I came across the Dudeson's channel in the last month and a half, and I've been, for lack of a better phrase, binge watching the hell out of it. And I mean, because it's funny. It's funny stuff. Watching people hurt themselves for comedy is funny. It's one of those sick, twisted human fantasy things that none of us want to admit, but we all take part in most of the time. Most of us. Anyways, one of the original 4 guys on there, his name's Yuka. One of the things that he promotes is something called positive anarchy. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the verbiage, just because I understand anarchy to mean a different. I understand it to have a different meaning, but I totally get behind the meaning behind it, and that is challenge yourself, do new things, and be happy. Because nobody should ever have to be unhappy in life, because that's not what we're here for. We're not here to suffer and to, have to pull ourselves through life. We are here to enjoy ourselves, and we are here to have fun, and we are here to experience. So, that hit home with me very well, or very strongly, because that's something that I totally agree with. That we should be embracing having more fun, we should be embracing trying new things, and we should be embracing, challenging ourselves. Because it's hard to progress in life when you constantly face yourself with the same old. Like, again, speaking on my past, I've done the same job for 5 years. I haven't really challenged myself to do much of anything new in those 5 years, because I thought I was in a good place. I thought I was having fun. I thought I was safe. I thought life was good. But had I really looked at myself, I would have seen that life was stagnant, for a good term. My life had become stagnant, and I didn't know I needed a change at the time, but now I do. I know that I need a good change, and this, I believe, is going to help me facilitate that change that I need. So, and I know what I need to do in order to stay on top of it. I know what I need to do in order to keep that change happening. And I also know what I need to do in order to challenge myself. So, those are some more questions for each one of you. Do you know what you need to do to keep challenging yourself? Do you know what you need to do to stay on top? And do you know what you need to do to help yourself progress? And I think those are 3 very valid and valuable questions that each one of us needs to ask ourselves sometimes. Because, even though we're enjoying life, we may not be happy. And even though we're happy, we we may not be enjoying life. So it's always good to stop, you know, to quote a Limp Bizkit song, it's always good to stop and take a look around. They're not by far one of my most liked bands, by the way. I just remember that from, I think it was the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. It just popped in my head. But yeah, no, anyways, sometimes we need to stop and take a look around and just ask ourselves, is this really what I want right now? And if you can truly say yes, then, you know, you found your happiness. If there's any ounce of doubt in there, then, you know, like I said, just look at yourself, look what you're happy with, look what you're not happy with, and look at what you can change. And it will lead you, it can and will lead you in directions you didn't think you'd go. I will attest to that right now. I didn't, honestly, a couple years ago, I didn't think I'd be sitting here in front of a microphone, you know, spilling my hearts and guts out to anybody who's watching this, if anybody is. And if not, that's all right. I took a chance. I tried something new. Did it work out? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know until this goes up. And obviously you will all let me know. You all let me know. Sorry, my voice cracks sometimes. I'm just going to take a drink of water real quick. You will all let me know either by showing support or, and I'm hoping, constructive criticism, because nobody likes, you know, nobody likes hearing all of the negative stuff that can be said. And, you know, it's, whoa. Getting back onto my thoughts about positive and negative criticism, you know, I think it's a good goal for everybody to have, to be able to take, you know, both positive and negative criticism. Obviously everybody likes to hear positive criticism, but, you know, in saying that, everybody needs, you know, everybody needs negative criticism, as long as it's done in a positive way to help them progress, you know, to help them progress when they need feedback. Because if all you ever hear is what you're doing good, then how do you know what you need to improve on? Like, how would you ever know? For instance, say, you know, one of the negative feedbacks I get from this is, I need to work on my pronunciation of words. That's just something that comes to mind that I think I do need to work on. If I never hear that from anybody else other than myself, and if I never thought about it, then how would I know that it's something that I need to improve on? So, like I said, criticism, as long as it's done in a positive way, it's not a bad thing. Just, you know, try to make sure you're doing it in a way that it doesn't hurt somebody's feelings, or try to make sure that it's done in a way that, you know, it's helping a person grow, and it's not just knocking them down because that's what you want. You know, it's got to be positive, and it's got to be done in a way that it's going to help the person grow and not just make them feel bad about themselves, because nobody should have to feel bad about themselves. That's not what I promote in my life. I don't promote people having to feel bad, because I don't know. I can't even think of a reason.
15 facilities have suffered a great deal of
So,
damage.
just, you know, if we were nicer to each other, I think the world would be a much better place. I know it's a very old style thinking, very, you know, to use, for lack of a better term, very hippie thing to say, but, you know, I think it's true. If we just all slowed down, and, you know, we considered that maybe, you know, maybe somebody's going through a hard time, or, you know, it's easier for them to accept positive information or even negative information put in a positive way, that it would make their lives a little easier, then we need to take that into consideration, and we need to act on that. You know, it's our responsibility as people to make sure that everybody feels welcome, make sure that everybody feels, warm, loved, welcome, I don't know. It's up to everybody to make sure that everybody feels good, basically. I can only do so much to promote my feeling good. It's nice to hear it from others as well. I'm just going to pause real quick. I'm just going to upgrade my weapons and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. So, I think, what is one thing, going back to my original question, what is the one thing that you can do this week to help make your life more what you want it, help you to live the way you want to live? What is something that we can all do to do that? Ask yourself, and you know what? If you feel comfortable about it and you want help and support with it, put it in the comments below. No good suggestion should be shot down. And you know what? I think as a community we can help each other to achieve that. We should be able to, everybody should be able to help one another to achieve what everybody wants. I thought there was something hackable over here. Yeah, maybe I'm just forgetting wrong. Anyways, yeah, I think we should all be able to help each other achieve what one another wants, because that is true unity. That is true, so to speak. That is true peace and love. Is that everybody should be able to help one another, and that nobody should get left behind, regardless of what anybody wants to do. So, look around you. Even look to the person next to you and ask them, do you need help with anything? Are you all right? Do you need a hand? Are you, maybe you can give them a hand moving. I know nobody really likes to do that, but, help them out. Everybody needs help every once in a while, even if they admit it or not. This was not a good idea. Okay, sorry everybody. Oh, good bro, Liara.
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
On the topic of spiders, I hate the fucking things. It's nothing to do with what they are. It's everything to do with how they move. For me, their movement is just... that's what scares, and it's disgusting. I can't explain it. I'm sure other people out there understand what I mean by the way they move, but for me it's just oh, it's uncool. The 8 legs and the ugh. Very uncalled for. That's all I can really say. It's just very uncalled for. So I think, oh, there's another one. Caustic lead. Okay, so I think we're gonna stop here. This is either gonna be a really long episode or this is gonna be a really short episode, depending on how the editing comes out, because I died a lot. So I guess we'll find out when it gets edited. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the support everybody has shown. If anybody's shown support, if you have, I love you in a friendship way. So again, thank you very much for watching. This is me playing this. Thanks. Bye.